This is the Real Digital Transformation podcast series, empowering technology and business professionals to succeed with digital transformation. Now, here's your host, best-selling author Thomas Earl.
Hi, this is Thomas Earl, and welcome to another episode of the Real Digital Transformation podcast series. In this short episode, I discuss considerations that we can take when deciding whether to delegate decision-making logic to a machine. In a recent ZDNet article titled 7 Technology Pathways to Digital Transformation, journalist Joe McKendrick explains that some CIOs and IT managers are, quote, diving under the table in the face of new technologies being introduced by digital transformation initiatives. As Joe states, digital transformation has a reputation for making IT responsible for running the business, which can be a scary proposition for those that don't understand the direction that those technology pathways can lead to. Perhaps the most intimidating pathway is the incorporation of intelligent decision-making into everyday business management and operations. Many corporations are still not even close to utilizing the potential of how modern data science systems can contribute to decision-making. Much of the hesitance comes from a level of ignorance as to what those contributions actually consist of, but also out of a sense of fear that IT-driven decision-making logic and guidance may simply not yet be reliable. To better understand intelligent decision-making, we need to take a step back to acknowledge how business decision-making existed historically and what led to its evolution. How we've always made decisions. Decisions made by humans, usually based on some form of input, is considered manual decision-making. When the input is provided by a computer, it's further qualified as computer-assisted manual decision-making. While manual business decision-making has been around for as long as commerce has existed, computer-assisted manual decision-making has only existed for just over half a century. Telling systems what they can decide in advance. Once we began developing software programs to automate business tasks, computer programming languages enabled us to embed predefined decision-making logic into those programs. While this type of conditional automated decision-making logic can be quite comprehensive, it is limited to what the software developers pre-program. How we now make better decisions. While the need for humans to continue making decisions is not going away, the depth and quality of input has been significantly enhanced through the use of sophisticated data science systems. With this form of intelligent manual decision-making, humans can now make decisions based on data intelligence comprised of extremely thorough analysis results that even include reliable predictions. Letting the systems decide for themselves. Instead of being limited to conditional logic, automation solutions can be built to make decisions based on data intelligence. AI systems enable this form of intelligent automated decision-making logic by processing data in real time and making almost instant decisions based on the latest analysis results. These decisions are made without human involvement and allow business automation logic to not only act autonomously, but to also learn from the outcome of prior decisions in order to continue improving its ability to make future decisions. The common fear with using data intelligence as input for human and automated decisions is that the quality of the input data will be insufficient, and that we won't realize this until bad decisions are made and damage is done. This is especially a concern with autonomous decision-making, as an AI-driven solution could be making hundreds of decisions each minute. If the data used to train the system was inaccurate, poorly processed, or subject to data bias that went undetected, then things can get ugly pretty fast. While this is a legitimate concern, it only is so when we don't have the in-house proficiency and resources to properly filter, process, and train the data intelligence we then choose to rely on. Often the lack of confidence in our data intelligence stems from a lack of confidence in our own skills. The typical approach is to limit the risk associated with autonomous decision making so as to limit the potential damage from poor decisions being carried out. When it's considered an acceptable risk, we try it out. If it results in poor outcomes, we either try to improve our systems or revoke their ability to carry out autonomous decision logic. Over time, as we refine our environment and more good decisions are made, confidence grows to the extent that we are willing to delegate greater responsibilities to our AI systems. The same approach can be taken with intelligent manual decision making. If we are hesitant about the quality of the insights and predictions being presented to us, we limit the types of decisions that humans make using that data intelligence. Then, as our proficiency in both producing and interpreting data intelligence grows, so does our willingness to base greater decisions upon it. For many organizations, the idea of delegating decisions to autonomous IT systems is interesting but not a priority. It sounds like something that might be nice to have, but not essential to current business goals. This perception can be quite dangerous in current digital markets. Toward the end of the Top 6 Business Problems Solved by Digital Transformation podcast, I identified inefficient decision making that is unnecessarily reliant on humans as one of the top current business problems motivating organizations toward digital transformation. However, it is a business problem that many organizations are not even aware they have. This is because the utilization of AI-driven decision-making capabilities will typically enhance a business's existing automation as opposed to fixing pre-existing automation problems. In other words, it's a disruptive capability that can open the door to new and better ways for us to carry out our business and improve customer experiences. So why is this currently classified as a common business problem? It's because while some may be pondering this type of enhancement, competitors may already be taking advantage of it. As I mentioned previously, it can take time to safely integrate this capability within your business operations and your IT enterprise. Loosening control of human decision-making, developing in-house data science skill sets, and establishing a comfort level within your organization around the idea of shifting more business navigation responsibility to IT, all of these are steps organizations need to take sooner than later, because in the digital era, the early bird gets the customers. This is Thomas Earl. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for listening. Follow Thomas on LinkedIn